So this organization, your friend sadly commits suicide.
Yeah.
And this was kind of the catalyst to you going, I've been struggling with some things, so you're recognizing that at least this is something you could have. What makes you think you can be helpful to others, and how do you go about doing that?
Yeah, it was a great question, because when I started this organization, that was the biggest thing on the top of my list for myself is, how do I help others when I am struggling myself?
Yeah.
My organization started with me ruck marching, and I'd ruck march 22 veterans a day were taking their lives to suicide. That is only what the VA tells you. Vehicular homicides, suicides that are covered up because of insurances. They're not part of that VA.
Do you want to talk about what that means to you with your motorcycle?
You want to go there now? Or?
We can.
Okay.
I think it's important since you just brought it up, the context.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes into one another, but because I was taking all that medication, and there was a point in time, it was 6 months after my father had passed away, so I was dealing with that as well. So I had gone to this mental health appointment, and nothing changed, man. Nothing. It was just the same old meal of, how's the medication going for you? You need any adjustment? You want me to pump it up more? You need me, down and down notch? What do you need?
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm so tired, bro. You tell me what you think I need. And it was just, I was tired, man. I was just tired.
Yeah.
I didn't think, I was selfish. That day was just me. I was selfish that day, because after I left that appointment, it wasn't until like maybe I got on my bike and thought about it. But it wasn't until I know certainly that when I was riding home on 42 from the villages to go home, I kept on thinking of Sons of Anarchy.
Yep.
So I was thinking of the last episode. Jack just kind of like, takes out with an 18-wheeler just. So I remember having that thought in my mind. I was like, you know what, man, I need to do a Jack. I'm done, man. I'm done with this life. I'm just over it, man. Knowing that I had a family at home, you know what I mean? I had a wife, I have a daughter, and none of that went in through my head, man. I was just selfish, and I was like, you know what? I know a perfect place, because it wasn't, I didn't want to make it look like I did it on purpose.
Yeah, you want to get those benefits
Well,
to
I had
still
a daughter
go to your
and
family.
stuff like that.
So there is that little component in the back of your head.
Yeah.
You're not thinking of what their feelings will be, but you are thinking about how can I continue to provide for them.
Yeah.
I understand.
So
I think that plays into the context.
Yeah.
That's why I bring it up. So continue.
So on 42, and I veer off to 450 to go home, and within maybe 500 yards, there's a switchback that goes to the left.
Mm-hmm. I know that road.
And there's like a little median. There's a nice little palm tree right there, man. So like, if you go straight and if you don't veer off, you go right to the palm tree, and that's where I was heading.
What time of day was this?
Oh man, it was between noon and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I know, because my appointment was at 11. So give
Midday.
or take that time, yeah. But when I got onto 450, it started raining, just lightly enough. So when I finally got on the straightaway to get to it, I got into the grass, and for whatever reason, my heel hit the heel brake. So the tire locked up, the back tire locked up, and it put me on my side. Bam. And I'm wearing exactly what I'm wearing now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sunglasses, but other than that, I'm wearing exactly what I'm wearing. And I get knocked out for a second. I come to enough to where my face is getting dragged in the dirt, and I see a DOT sign, and then I black out again. Wake up thinking I'm alive, because I see a car pass by me, and I can hear someone calling me by my road name. So I'm like, man, maybe I am dead. Maybe I'm really dead. So I look back, and there's a guy calling me for my road name. He's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I look down, and my bike's all jacked up. This DOT sign is just bent, like my whole face bent this sign. So I'm doing like 45, at least 50 when I hit this sign. Well, when I hit that medium, I'm doing that because I want to make sure that, you know what I mean, I'm not coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I did. And, broke my nose, broke my 2 front teeth. And I was so mad at myself, man. I was so mad because, like, I couldn't even get that right.
Mm.
Now I have to, live with the consequences. But the part of it is, like, it's 2000, that happened 2017, July 30th, 2017. So I'm already in my organization.
So you're leading this organization to try to help
Veterans doing what I just tried to do.
Yeah, of course.
So it.
What happens right after that accident?
Oh, yeah.
You go to the hospital.
No, man. I picked up my bike. Well, the guy that was calling me, he helped me pick the bike up. I had a geezer glide, man, an ultra glide, man.
Sure, heavy bike.
Heavy as hell. You know what I mean? So he helps me get up, man, and the fork is good enough. I mean, there's a crack in the top fork, but I mean, it's good enough to where I can ride. So I ride it all the way home. There's blood everywhere, man. I hit the sign so hard that it split the back of my head because of the concussion of hitting that DOT sign. So I had to get. I ended up going after I rode the motorcycle home. I ended up going to like a not the emergency room, but urgent care because 1, concealed weapons permit. You know what I mean? 2, I'm on all this VA medication. And I'm worried that they're gonna Baker Act me. So I lie and say that a car just came out of nowhere and I had to veer off, and that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I lied that lie for a long time. Hell, brother, I even went to our meeting. That day that it happened, I had a meeting that night with the organization at the American Legion, Mount Dora.
Okay.
So I walk in there and like my lip looked like JJ from Good Times. I mean, I'm just all beat up, man. And they're like, "What happened?" Like, "Oh yeah, some car cut me off." And as the meeting's going, everything is starting to swell up even more and more. You know what I mean? And I still didn't, And
Did you admit to your wife?
it took me months,
Sure.
to come to.
And what were you doing with kind of, since you were honest about it, what were you doing with the shame of that incident? Were you trying to tell yourself a different story and believe a different story, or?
No, I knew, well, I know it was going to come out soon enough. It was just that I needed to just be honest with him. And I believe I told my wife at first, and it was like, "Hey, just let you know, that incident that happened a couple months ago, come to find out, like, she thought that's what had happened."
Yeah.